All right, let's check your work. How do we do? So the first step is to determine the type of conic. It's actually step 0. This is an ellipse with a negative discriminant. This is going to be an ellipse. Next, I reorganize. I group my x's and I group my y's together, and I move the constant to the other side. Now I have to complete the square with each variable. Well, in order to complete the square, guys, I have to factor out any GCFs. I cannot complete the square with a leading coefficient of 4. So I factor out that 4. Now I complete the square. I divide 6 by 2 and I get 3 squared, which is 9. But notice, I didn't just add 9. I added 4 times 9. So on the right side, I added 36. The y completing the square was a lot easier because there was no leading coefficient. B divided by 2 is negative 2. Negative 2 squared is a positive 4. So I added 4. So on the left, I have 4 times x plus 3 squared and then plus y minus 2 squared equals 64. Now, if I'm trying to get this into the conic form for an ellipse, this equation, this right side needs to be set equal to 1. So I've got to get rid of this constant of 64. And how I do that is I divide through by 64 and I simplify. The 4 over 64 is 1/16. So I get x plus 3 squared over 16 plus y minus 2 squared over 64 equals 1. I'm almost done. Again, I'm trying to get this to look like this. My denominators really should also be written as perfect squared. This is going to help us when we learn to graph conic sections. So instead of writing 16, I'm going to write 4 squared. And instead of writing 64, I'm going to write 8 squared. Now I'm going to have you practice this completing the square process for lots of different types of conics. I want you to show all your work on the worksheet. The answers are on the back, but I'm not giving you credit for the answers. I'm giving you credit for the work.